afternoon, guys. It's Sunday, April 23rd, 2023, and I'm at the South Tamaqua Freight Yard of Reading and Northern, gearing up for what's going to be a fairly unusual freight train chase. Now, why is it unusual, you ask? Well, that's because I'm going to be chasing not one, but two freight trains in the same chase. Now, we're going to catch both freight trains at this location, but hopefully they're going to be running close enough together that we can get up to Lehigh Gorge to catch them both a second time. So exactly what are these two freight trains? Well, the first is one that you're not seeing yet. It's the North Reading Fast Freight. It's scheduled to pass through Tamaqua at 3:19 p.m. It's currently 3:04 p.m., so we have about a 15-minute wait. And then after that passes through, this train here, this is the QAPE. It's going from Tamaqua up to Penobscot. It's another frac sand train, and we've been seeing a lot of these lately, guys. Reading and Northern is planning to double how many sand cars they're hauling, or hoping to double how many sand cars they're hauling this year over last year. And I don't have a car count on this, and that's my own fault because I passed through here on the Oneida Clipper yesterday, and I should have reviewed my footage and counted the cars. But anyway, we've got 4 locomotives on this today. They're all SD40-2s. We got 3055 leading, 3057, 3053, and 3058. So my plan is I'm going to move a little bit further up in the yard here. I want to catch the fast freight coming through with the sand train in the foreground, and we'll film that, and then we're gonna hit the road. Now I'm gonna play it by ear whether I'm gonna try to catch the sand train maybe somewhere in the hometown area, or we're taking off now. I don't know. Guys, well, my intel was that the fast freight was going to come through first, and then the sand train would depart, but it's possibly the other way around, or they're just moving it in the yard. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. Alright, I'm getting the feeling they were just moving it a little closer to the switch, because they will have to throw a switch up here to get out onto the main line after the fast freight passes through, or maybe they're doing that now. This is what makes this such a fun adventure, guys, is no matter how many trains I've chased, there's always some variation, there's always something different, there's always an unknown. And it does keep things fresh and interesting. So I'm going to go get my second camera to set up whichever one happens first, but hang on for the ride, guys. I think we're in for some fun today. Alright guys, let's see if we can beat this thing to East Mahanoy Junction. There might be a little surprise in store if we do. Alright guys, I'm passing Tuscarora Park Road and we see the tail end of our frac sand train here. And that's a happy sight for me because that means I should have no trouble beating it to East Mahanoy Junction. And guys, I think we're going to be in for a real treat when we get there. Well guys, I'm up at East Mahanoy Junction and guess what we have here? That's right, it's another freight train. You are not seeing double. This is the third freight train we found today. This is the SDQA. It's heading down from Shenandoah, heading southbound towards Tamaqua. So it has to pass through East Mahanoy Junction, but it's got to wait for our frac sand train to pass through going down the other track first. So let me get set up. We're gonna get 2 more freight trains out of one location, guys, and then we're gonna try to beat the fast freight to Lehigh Gorge and hopefully do it all again. So hang on for the ride. Okay, so we got the crew of the SDQA, that's Shenandoah to Tamaqua, getting ready to go through East Mahanoy Junction now that the frac sand train is clear. Alright guys, I'm on Route 54 heading east, and this is the SDQA heading on its southbound run to Tamaqua. Pace it for a little bit. We'll lose sight of it quickly. Alright guys, I gotta learn my signals. It is 4:33 as I'm driving through Lehigh Gorge. I am going under the assumption that the fast freight got ahead of us at this point. Little disappointing, yes, but I think that going to East Mahanoy Junction to catch the SDQA was something really special that I've never caught that one before. That's my first time, and I think getting 3 freight trains in this video is actually cooler than getting 2. So we're going to get set up in the rock cut here in Lehigh Gorge. And I know we're ahead of the frac sand train. I'm not too worried about that. If we miss the fast freight, I know my friend Ian from Lehigh River Subdivision is up here. And we'll be able to see that on his video. And hey, if it's still coming, I will catch it. But most likely we're just getting the frac sand train. So the rock cut's straight ahead. I gotta park the truck and we'll be there shortly. Alright guys, so while I was setting up, I did ask some people who were walking in the gorge, and unfortunately we did miss the fast freight, and like I said, that was the price we paid for catching the SDQA, but I think that's a fair trade because I've never caught the SDQA before, and to catch 3 freight trains in one video, guys, especially on a short chase, that's pretty special. So that's going to be it today. That train's going to go all the way up to Penobscot. We're going to end our chase here in Lehigh Gorge. And I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the tracks.